time for episode number 3. Episode number 3. Here we go. Are you back there, Mel? I know you're out there somewhere.
Heyo.
Yeah, girl.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you nice and clear. You're sounding really good. Do you have a new setup going on over there?
Well, I sure do.
You're too funny. Too funny. We got some good stuff for everybody today, right?
We do. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. I got all the insights. Buckle up.
Hold on. Boys and girls. It's going to be a beautiful ride. Here we go. All right, music's coming to an end. It's going to be time for us to talk.
Carpet at all times.
Here it goes. Keep your hands in sight. Is that kind of a thing we're talking about?
Yes.
Just Start with Mel is actually the very idea of Melanie Schaefermeyer, in which she can shed some light for you when it comes to different aspects of life. There's so many coaches, but we settled in with Just Start with Mel. And Mel, do me a favor. We talked about a number of things in the first 2 shows. A lot of people found it interesting. They found a lot of information helpful. Some of the things that we talked about, you talked about tap into your worth, focus on your next right step. If you had to summarize what the previous 2 shows were about, try that right now. Let's talk about that real quick.
Well, Just Start in a nutshell is just getting out of your own way. And I have more to expound on that today. I've got so many more ideas behind that. But I love the idea of being able to get started one foot in front of the other on whatever journey you're taking. It's so important to get your head straight so that you can begin an important next chapter, next phase. And so that's what we were talking about in episode 1 and 2. And we're going to open up a few more things, a few more topics today. I'm so excited to share.
Awesome. Now, I'm going to be putting up a number of different pictures. Everyone will be able to take a look at that. But this whole show, open session, is for you to be able to listen to it as you're doing a number of different things throughout your life. Feel free to enjoy the visuals as well if you're able to do that on YouTube. We are presently right now streaming live to YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So, of course, feel free to take a look at the visuals. Let's jump to that. I'm going to find the visuals here because you sent me a picture, and this is it.
Mm-hmm.
But before we go any further, the refrain is here. My shout out to you, my friend. He said, it's not even Friday, and I'm stoked. Man, you're going to love tomorrow because I got a show tomorrow as well. But today, Mel, why do I have a picture of candles that you sent me?
Okay, so I have this thought that I wanted to share with you, and this is actually a little bit about me. So I have to expose myself a little bit. So I had this thing a while ago, years and years ago. I had this 3-wick candle, and I couldn't find a picture of a 3-wick candle, so I sent this one. I love this picture because it's so melty and wonderful. And so 3-wick candles. You have this big chunk of wax. You've got 3 wicks, and the purpose of a candle really is to create ambiance by both light and sometimes there's an aroma. And it's supposed to be like pleasant, and there's just this purpose of a candle, right? But me, I'm just so goal-oriented that I was like dialed into this candle like day in and day out. I'd light the candle and I'd be like pushing in the wax and trying to get all of the elements of this candle to melt. And by doing that, I'd get all of the edges of this candle closer and closer to the flame, that it would end up filling the liquid molten candle close enough to the wick that it would actually end up putting the flame out. So I learned something about myself and also candles that Not
I don't know where this is going, everybody, so don't think I do. I have no idea. I just know I get an outline, I get some pictures, and we put a show on, and no telling what will come out of our mouth. Okay, so here we go. Go ahead.
Y'all, not all the
I want everybody to see you when you explain it. Go ahead. Explain
not all
yourself.
not all the wax needs to melt.
Okay, all right.
It doesn't. And I think we get too dialed in, I think, on our goals of like trying to get the outcome of all of the elements we want right now. And we want it to just happen for us. And we forget that we're just starting out on the journey. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
You
Yeah, go ahead.
waving to me.
Okay, go ahead. So
Squirrel.
yeah, squirrel. So the 3-wick candle, is that what you sent me? Yeah, 3-wick candles. To sum that up, after all that goofing off we did, because we haven't seen each other in a while. So
I know, we never hang out. You never call, you never write.
I want you to know I've been busy.
That's okay.
But I still think of you.
Oh, good.
I still think
and here we are.
All right, so the 3-wick candle, summation on that for everybody who's looking for a little motivational tip and inspiration, or you want to go buy a candle, or you have a candle company, any of the above. The motivation point on that is what? Go ahead.
Okay, so just remember the purpose that you have. Remember the purpose of why you bought your candle. That's create ambiance.
Why you bought the candle, baby? You bought the candle, baby.
It wasn't to make sure that, you melted wax. Some of us are pyros. We've got
I have no idea what this show is about anymore.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it around. I'll give you real life applications.
I was hoping for that. That was the whole point of Open Session Podcast. She's lost her mind. Go ahead. Third show. Go ahead. I can't wait for number 4. Go ahead.
So, what is off the refrain?
Yeah,
Descartes. He melted a candle. A way to reshape the mass, as it turns out. I like that.
Wow, dude, you gone deep on us, man. It's pretty good.
Really good. I'm chewing on that one for a minute. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't even know, but I like saying it. Descartes.
I have no idea. I just wanted to say that. I just want to roll my R's like Ronaldo. Okay, go ahead. What were you going to say? What else?
So real life application. Let's say that you want to lose weight. I like to use this example because I've done it 5 times. So I have a keen awareness of how to get her done.
Wait, you burned candle 3 times or what?
No, weight loss. I like to
weight loss.
a lot of my... So you have the goal of losing weight. That's the whole purpose, right? You want to pick 3 things.
Yes.
Pick 3 things to focus on. What
Pizza,
kind of nutrition?
Brownies, ice cream. Oh, no, you meant, to lose
nutrition.
Weight. Nutrition.
Okay, well, it could be the same thing. If you want to be a gainer, that's all right. What kind of nutrition you're going to put in?
Okay. That's a whole nother term I never heard before. You want to be a gainer? Be a gainer. Okay. Hey, this is free TV, people.
It doesn't matter. If you want to gain or lose, doesn't matter. What kind of nutrition, what you're going to put in your body, exercise.
Okay.
Okay. And then maybe sleep. Making sure you
and maybe
sleep.
Maybe hydration.
Let's do hydration. That one sounds better. Pick 3 things. It doesn't matter. Pick 3 things that will keep you heading towards your goals.
Does that now, based upon, again, everyone, I get an outline and I get to look over here. Okay, so 3 top priorities. Is that what you're discussing right now? Because I know that was in the outline for the show today.
Yeah. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. You have one goal, one thing to focus on, but pick 3 things that you can implement, utilize right now to chase after that. So back to the not all the wax needs to melt. So if you want to melt all of everything.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to put that back up. He said, right. Reshape the mass as it turns out. Okay, go ahead.
But if you remove all the fat, like if you melt it too fast, or if you're just focusing on that, you kind of miss the nutrition. Like the whole point of exercising and eating right is to obtain some sort of health in your body. Some people think that it's just to look a certain way, but when you have a healthy body and you can now be more active or feel good, or it doesn't hurt when you walk across the room, that's the reason why you're working out. So you don't want to just hurry and lose everything, because then you've missed the point. You've sacrificed some of your nutrition. Maybe you've forgotten to do some weightlifting so that you're keeping muscle mass on your body. So that's the other thing. Pick the 3 things that will push you towards the goal of achieving better health, and don't lose sight of that.
If a person does that and they work toward better health, they probably can get well, an outfit like that, huh?
Boom, bam, baby. Or you can, or you can, you can wear that outfit
Boom,
anyway.
bam, boom. That's a T-shirt.
That's
Oops, I wasn't
from
supposed to say that on the air.
The Emperor's New Groove. He comes in, Emperor Cusco, every time he enters the room. Boom, bam, baby.
Maybe that should be the intro when you come on the show. Just go.
I should.
Boom, bam, baby. Okay, all right. If you're wondering why we're, would you just say what?
I have arrived.
I can't believe that it's been almost 2 weeks or so since the last time we really technically, essentially talked. Oh, wait, we talked in between. I can't remember.
We talk in between.
I don't remember. I'm so sorry. What's my name? Okay, I got another picture here. I got another. Let's see here.
Where do I belong?
Good Lord, what's wrong with this woman today? Okay, you really, man, you're on it, Jack. Man, you are on it. Okay, so what's this all about here you sent me?
Okay, so I have to wrap my head around.
It's your picture you sent me. How can you not know?
I understand it's my picture, but I have just shifted gear.
Okay, then I'll put this up here. Of the refrain says, notice what he says there. Feel free to read that if you like.
Real. For someone easily distracted, the candle practice, I don't know, a lot of people swear by it. I believe it too. Women have kept the flame for thousands of years. Fact. Love it.
Man. Ooh. Send all your love letters to Of the Refrain.
Yes.
Ladies, feel free to let Of the Refrain know that he's loved for the respect he has for you. That was a nice comment there, my buddy. Beautiful.
I like
okay.
That.
What's running through your mind when it comes to this picture? Because you sent me this picture. What's the motivational tip from this one?
Okay. So the motivational tip behind this is you do not need to, well, give yourself permission to proceed at less than 100%. So I put this picture up because I wanted to ask the question, how many valedictorians are there at the high school at graduation? How many?
I would know. I graduated inner city, and we all bought our graduation. We had to pay. Excuse me. We had to pay for our graduation.
The answer is 1.
Oh, we didn't. I don't even think we had a valedictorian.
Okay.
If we did, we probably beat them up. But go ahead. Ghetto.
So mean.
Fabulous.
That person became a target.
Yes, they did. And probably a politician, but go ahead.
I almost want to back off my next comments because.
Oh, really? Tell us.
Tell us. A target. Okay. Okay, so there's 1 valedictorian. To be on Honor Society, you have to have a 3.75 GPA. These are like elite people. 3.75 GPA is an A- average. But that is less than 100%. They're graduating less than 100%. Okay, so then I want to take you into another, down another path. In college, we're going to talk about me because I love talking about me. When I went to college and I applied and went to my upper division.
So humble. You're so humble.
To get into upper division, it was required to have a 3.33 GPA to get in. That's a B average. So to get into these groups, these programs, it's not 100%. We're talking about B effort, B average effort. That's some A's, possibly some C's. And so this is what's so interesting, and this is what I kind of wanted to talk about today. When I got into my program, I graduated in accounting, so I have a lot of foundational education in accounting. But when I did that, we were all gathered, all of the new entrants into the program were gathered into this room. And the program director got up in front and said, "Welcome, we're so glad you're here. Good luck," essentially. He said, "Half of you will quit. And C's get degrees. So just start and do your best." And that was really surprising to me. And the other thing that was really interesting to me too is I had decided I wanted to be an accountant, and so I applied for the accountant was leaving at my job, and I said, well, I want to be an accountant, so I better start getting practice being an accountant. Being in the program didn't change me being an accountant. Me applying for the job and deciding that I was did. So that was just putting one foot in, and that might be a tangent, but to the point that I want to make, proceeding at less than 100% is still proceeding. You don't have to be valedictorian to proceed. You don't even have to be 3.75 GPA. B average. A B average will get you going on your course, and that will get you, it will get you to your next phase. Thinking that you have to have everything together, thinking that you have to have everything perfect and going out full speed and doing everything in your absolute power to achieve the results you want can cause burnout. If that's not
Be safe to say that we've got a little technical glitch for Mel, Coach Mel. We've lost her for a moment, but at this moment in time,
for feeling a little bit more
Can you hear me right now at this moment?
prepared. What were you going to say?
Can you hear me? We lost you there for a few seconds thereabouts. So part of what you said was lost in the spectrum of the cloud, and we lost you for a moment, but we have you back, yes? And we lost her again. All right, so we're going to wait a moment or two and see if we get Mel back in here because she has a little bit more to tell us. But if you could please, feel free to take a look at NATV Network and what we have on our schedule. We have a show for tomorrow. It will be our first time. Mel, can you hear me for a second?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, hold that thought for a second because we lost you there for a few moments. Little technical Wi-Fi glitch thing happening. But if you still got me, just give me a hey-o and all that kind of stuff like that. There we go. I know your mic is working good. And what I wanted to mention to everybody, as we had that momentary break, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, we will be live tomorrow, first time in almost a year on Instagram. Many of you have been asking for us to come back and do a show over there because that's where we got started. And we will be going back to talk with Sarah from Gaslighting 101. We'll do a little show over there for a little bit. And we have a number of things coming your way. So we'll talk more about that. Mel, you were highlighting that having a C still means that you have value. Did I get that right? Did I understand that correctly?
Yes. C still has value, and C still gets you your results. C still create results.
Right. I'm looking at another aspect that you sent me was don't have to be an A student. I'm gonna get to that in just a second, but I have to do this. I gotta put something up. We had asked for the ladies after this statement from Of the Refrain of the refrain said, "Women have kept the flame of 1,000 for thousands rather of years. Women have kept the flame for thousands of years." That's what you said, my friend. And therefore, we requested that ladies feel free to write your love letters and your letters of commendation to of the refrain. And his response was clear and decisive. He said no. He specifically said no. And he had a follow up to that, which was absolutely no letters. Paxton, you're my backstop. No letters. Okay, ladies, no letters
No
of
letters to of
appreciation
the
to
refrain.
him because he has enough love in his life and he doesn't want to create any confusion. Of course, he's laughing out loud because of that. But I just wanted everybody to know
I'm
that
so
he
glad
was
you're
the.
with us of the refrain. Please
Would you
laugh
say?
with us. Experience the joy. This is so fun.
Experience the joy. There you go. Show number 4. Experience the joy. All right. So of the refrain says something. We're going to get into this since he's here. He was talking. He was replying to some of what you were saying about well, C's and B's and A's. But he says this also. Here we go. You get to read this one. Here we go.
Studies reveal valedictorians occupy mid-level managers. That's perfect. Experts say they possess the ability to navigate infrastructures and don't necessarily do well in abstractions or improv.
That boy's been that. You know what? Forget Google. We should just call it of the refrain. Don't Google it. Of the refrain it. That was good.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm chewing on that for a little while.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
And part
Next,
of that makes me wonder if there is an element of, well, I don't know. I've never been valedictorian, so I can't say. I would have to coach a valedictorian and ask him why you're accepting mid-level. I would have to ask what's your mind holding you back from navigating the infrastructures. But what's so interesting, I think, I was working 40 hours a week, going to college full time, and I was pregnant with my first child during my last 2 semesters of college.
and you have how many children altogether?
I have 5 now. But I will tell you, I was not of the 50% that gave up. In my program, I graduated. And I am not prepared to disclose my transcript, but I can guarantee you I was not the valedictorian of accounting. But I still graduated. And I love challenges because it gives me the opportunity to step up to who I want to be for the next phase. And I've been able to see that when I apply for my next position or my next job. You see that as your challenge to learn something new, to apply yourself in a new way. And you're not going to have a perfect set of circumstances to where you can go out for whatever goal you're trying to achieve in a perfect way. I had to graduate college, still working full time and carrying a child to full term, which was no easy task. But again, I will tell you, C's and B's get degrees.
Well,
And it still supports my job and it still supports my ambition and drive to take it to the next level, whatever my next step is.
we've got some words from of the refrain. Every now and then, just so you know, Mel, every now and then when you lean to the left like you are right now, the mic will cut out on you and we'll
Oh,
get a
shoot.
little too much air in the mic. Feel free to drop it closer towards your chin and away from your nose if you like, move it further down. Um, um, I just want to say, of the refrain is making some very valid points here. I appreciate the compliment too, my friend, but I'll let you read it, Mel.
Education awareness in America is in crisis. For real. Paxton, your channel is a gift to the community. Awareness, all your guests have been phenoms. I can feel it for real. I love this place.
Oh man, I tell you,
That's a
thank you
lot of
so much.
compliment to you.
Well, you know, I pay him. I pay. I
He'll
pay him
split the buck.
feverishly, feverishly. I just want to say thank you of the refrain for your kind words. Education awareness is something that he talked about. Education awareness in America is in a crisis, he says. It is not often that many individuals can find the support they need with what they're going through. But did you find in your process of growth as a mom, as a businesswoman, did you find that you had enough sufficient, sustainable support?
Um, I can't say that I have. Any drive I've ever had has always been come from within. So many times people in the coaching industry will tell you this next phrase that I'm about to speak to you, and that is nobody's coming. Nobody's going to show up for you. Nobody's going to make you open that book. Nobody's going to make you head to the gym. You have to decide for yourself. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. People won't cheer for you until you've made it. When they're like, oh, yay, now I want to be your friend. But when it's hard, oftentimes you're the only one that's there. It's just you in the dark.
When you had moments of being, as it were, in the dark, and it was just you, it was literally just you, what were some of the thoughts that ran through your mind? Now, you had your children at the time, and maybe even before that, before you had your children, you had moments where maybe it was in the dark. If so, share with us or share with others. You being self-generated, what are some thoughts that came across your mind?
Just knowing that nothing is going to happen unless I make it happen. That I won't reach whatever awareness or discovery, or I won't obtain whatever goal it is unless if I put my foot forward. I won't get there unless I make myself move. And I won't be able to obtain it if I don't have the vision. So just all of those things. And especially when it's hard, I remember, pardon me, I need a little water.
Sure, you can call it that. I know what it is. It's moonshine. I know where you are. I know you people make that stuff out there. I know you people up
No.
in the hills make that kind of stuff.
I'm LDS. We don't drink.
I know. See, no, why you gonna blow? See, it was going good until you said that. Now nobody's gonna believe anything I say because it's not true. It's not moon. Now they know it's not moonshine. I had it going there for a minute. People were gonna believe it for a second.
I could put in a little squirt of water flavor to make it a little bit
No,
more.
don't even. Don't mess up. I had a joke going, and you just killed it right there. They're gonna like, why did Paxton say that to that nice lady and say that?
I don't joke about drinking.
No, please don't. No, and we could go down that road. Maybe we'll save that for show 4. Things that Mel doesn't joke about. So that actually would be a good show. I would like that. You're thinking. See, she's thinking, everybody.
Like,
she's thinking. She's thinking.
That's a good idea.
She's thinking. Hey, you know what? Put that on your YouTube channel. Go discuss that on your YouTube channel.
We don't joke about drinking.
Actually, you should do it with that face. That face right there. Now I know what the kids get if they do. Look at that. Look at that. That's mama face. That's a mama face. Mama, I'm sorry. Okay,
Mama.
so we're just rambling through episode number 3. Episode number 3. All right. When it comes to your life, you've had dark moments. You have other aspects of life and great joys as well. 5 children. 5 children.
Yep.
Basketball team worthy. 5 children. I saw day ago or so the posting of your children. I guess going back to school. Is that what it was?
Well, yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Beautiful picture of those children. If you had to say, here we go. I'm going to ask you this question. What's on your mind right now? Just talk about whatever's on your mind. Be nice now. It's a family show.
It's a family show.
I got standards now.
We got standards. I know. I'm trying to audit what's going on.
Please do. Please do. What's on your mind right now?
Oh, okay. So this one might make me cry. Yesterday, my two youngest, my boys, were fighting and having a little bit more of my moonshine. I
I
mean
like
water.
I like the way she had to get a swig when she goes to talk about this. But go ahead.
My children. Oh,
It make you drink, don't it? Don't
oh,
it?
I love Jesus, but I drink a little.
You know what? Welcome to a new show. I love Jesus, but I drink a little. Starring Mel Schaefermeyer. Okay.
Oh, see, now you got me joking about drinking.
No, please let's not do that because everybody, okay. If you're dealing with anything like that, please go see the most wonderful CEO woman I know, a good woman named Angie Manson. She has a podcast coming out September 1st, Going Rogue podcast. She will help you. She runs an addiction services place. I had to get a serious plug in there because, all right, enough
Okay.
about sobriety and other stuff. But go ahead. So your children.
Okay, so my two youngest boys were in a fight in the back of our minivan yesterday, and one of them wanted the armrest up and the other one wanted it down, and they were just going at it. And we were at the point where I was like, I cannot drive this van if you guys are going to continue this fight. So for every squawk I hear out of you children, both of you are going to go to bed 5 minutes earlier. And then they kept it up. I'm like, you just lost 5 minutes. And then they kept it up. I'm like, you just lost another 5 minutes. It's 10 minutes. How long is this going to go? And they actually stopped after the second warning, which was great. And the biggest instigator actually ended up getting chores. And my middle child, my sweetest love, he's such a little heart. I love this boy. And I'm very aware that he's a middle child because he just tries to fit in. He does his best to, you know, get my attention in the sweetest ways. And I rarely have to get after him. And he came in just big alligator tears just pouring out of his eyes that he is the one that has to go to bed 10 minutes early. He just felt so rejected. And we had this sweet little moment between he and I where I just said, son, I cannot protect you from all of the bad things that are going to happen to you in this life. You're going to have people wanting to fight with you and bullies, and I can't protect you from that, but I can teach you to be strong in your heart and strong in your mind and make better choices. And I can teach you to be able to handle it mentally so that when that stuff comes up, that you know that you can make right, strong choices, because you are choosing between two terrible options: the armrest where you don't want it to be, or going to bed early. So which is the better choice? And choosing love for the family, you know, peace and serenity, and having a great, enjoyable car ride, which was literally only 5 minutes. And I was like, I don't know why this is so hard. Why is it so hard? But I just
Well,
love that boy. And it was so hard because I cried, he cried,
oh,
and I
oh
was
my
like,
goodness.
buddy, I love you. I want you to know I love you. You have to go to bed a little early. But I just want to teach you to be strong. He's such a sweetheart. And that's what I would say to my clients. I can't change your circumstances. I can't change that life is hard for you. I can't change that the road is tough and that it's going to have up and downs. But I can help you to have the right mindset to be able to tackle your mountain, whatever it is.
You're getting much love on the screen right now as you take a swig. Of the refrain says, "Here comes the hammer!" Exclamation mark. 10 minutes. Love it. I have no doubt. And then he says, "A great mom too."
Thank you.
You wow. Don't Fight Over the Armrest. An amazing first book of all the editions that you will make. You should name your first book, Don't Fight Over the Armrest. That's a very poignant and beautiful lesson that a young boy can learn from his mom. Especially the way you just expressed yourself right now, for a young male to hear his mom talk to him that way and really tap into his brain and make him think about life and choices and getting back up if ever he gets knocked down. That was beautiful. One of the things that I wanted to touch on with you is something you told me a couple of days ago, I believe it is. Hold on a second. I got a picture for it. Let me get over here. Let me
Here it
grab it.
comes.
Let me, as you know, no telling what gonna come out of me. Before we get to that picture, I was just about to put up something you sent me that you wanted to talk about. I'm gonna put this up and describe to me. Well, let me get something out of the way here. Do that. Let me remove this comment here out of the way. Thank you so much of the refrain. Now, I have sassy and sweet. I didn't come up with the words, everybody. Sassy. That was from you. So don't you be thinking there's some chauvinistic thing happening here. And if so, I don't know what to tell you. But sassy and sweet. If you had to describe your life between the ages of 15 to 25, which one of these words, sassy or sweet,
Do I
between the
have
ages
to
of
choose
15
just
and
one?
20? Yeah, I want something on the record so your boys are hear what their mama says. So when they go pick a wife,
Oh,
between the
shoot.
ages of 15 and 25, which one of these words would describe who you are? Or excuse me, who you were between that time frame? Because I know you're 26 now, but go ahead.
This is very difficult. I have both of those, but I've always been very sassy.
Okay. I love
I
you. I
probably have
love you,
to.
Jesus, and I drink. Yes, I think you would be considered sassy. Okay, so between the time that you became a mom till now, which one of these two words describe you? From when you had your first child till to this moment in time,
Mm,
2022,
probably
sassy or
sassy.
sweet? What?
Probably
Good Lord, she's holding a theme, everybody. She's holding a theme.
Some people never change.
Of the refrain says, at that age, I was a wreck.
Oh.
Oh man, 15 to 25.
I
Okay.
was always the person that just thought I knew everything, and I was on, just really rational in thinking, and I just, you know, I was
No,
always
tell us more.
willing
Go right
I
ahead.
was willing to just I was just willing to give people a piece of my mind in the way that I was just full of unsolicited advice. So I
Mm-hmm.
was always about to tell people what I thought.
Kind of like this look. This look right
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Look at you back there. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I won't tell
So
you.
so what you're saying is the type of person you were, as you just described, you would welcome when your sons were in a position to bring a woman home just like that. That was a long
Yeah.
pause. That was a
Yeah.
really that was a really long pause. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
All right,
man.
let's jump to this. You wanted to talk about this. Again, I repeat everyone. I put the shows on, they give me an outline of what they want to talk about. We go live and we're all across the globe on YouTube live. You wanted to talk about imposter syndrome.
Mhm.
What's up with that?
Yeah, so anytime that you step out of your comfort zone and you are venturing out into something new, a lot of us have this sense of imposter syndrome, meaning I feel like I am catfishing the world with this mask of something that doesn't really describe me because I've been this other way for so long. How can anybody really accept what this new face is that I'm putting towards the world? And I don't know if you've ever heard that term. You probably have. Dress for success. Fake
Yeah,
it till
yes.
you make it.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
I actually really do not like that fake it till you make it. And here's why. Because you have to show up as that person. It's all about belief. The only reason why you feel like an imposter is because you don't believe it yet. The moment that you believe it is the moment that other people feel it from you. So, imposter syndrome isn't about how other people are perceiving you, it's about how you perceive you. It's what's in your mind, it's your own belief. And one of the things that I work on as a coach is the thoughts that you have behind everything. If you carry into your next, whatever it is, your next phase of your journey, thinking, I'm an imposter, what's your energy like? What's your posture? What's your velocity of the forward motion? It's slower, it's timid, it's unsure. But that's the energy that you're bringing, and it's all in your mind. So when I talk to people, when I coach clients, my job is to show them their mind and to show them how their belief is affecting their next steps. Belief in themselves is totally affected on your ability to move forward. So your mindset is so important. We are the only beings on this planet that can step back from our own lenses of perception and think about our thoughts. What am I thinking about that? And it's your mindset that's really shifting how you feel. So I don't say fake it until you make it. I say be it. And be it, whatever that it is for you, be it so often that you start to believe it, that you develop the confidence that I am this thing. I am this identity that I'm trying to show the world that I am. And the more that you can show up as that person, you're training your brain to believe it and to believe it more often. And that's what develops the confidence.
Of the Refrain has a comment for you there, Mel.
Act like a gentleman. Nobody can tell if you're crazy inside. I sobered up around men. One man changed my view and showed me how patience and love were one and the same. Interesting. I would like to know more about that.
Okay, of the Refrain, you're about to get a free session right here live on YouTube. On YouTube Live. She's about to delve into your brain. Right? When it comes to who we are, sometimes our association can have a very profound effect. It really shows, based upon Of the Refrain's comment, that he was able to sober up around men. He was able to be around people who were beneficial for him. That's a really insightful comment and experience that you had there, Of the Refrain. Appreciate you sharing that. We find ourselves, we have gone 46 minutes. Despite any glitches, we have had fun, and we hope all of you have enjoyed it as well. Of the Refrain says a little bit more. Feel free. Mel, it's all yours.
I was just going to read what Of the Refrain said. I wanted his esteem. He had what I wanted. He was loving and kind. And I love that. But I was actually just chewing mentally on what you had said before, and that if you show up in a certain way, you act like a gentleman, nobody can see that you're crazy inside. And that's just a thought. What's normal? Are we all crazy inside? Is everybody else normal? Am I the only one that's crazy? Act like what? And so, whatever it is that you want to show up as, that's the energy that you bring. So, if you want to act like a gentleman, guess what? You are a gentleman in that moment. And then, when you want to bring love and patience, that's the energy that you have is that calm, beautiful, welcoming energy of patience and acceptance and love. And so any moment that you want to portray a certain emotion, it starts with your thoughts.
We, as I mentioned, came on to shed some positive, hopefully, motivational tips that will be beneficial to you. We hope you've had a positive experience stopping by Open Session Podcast. But I know many of you want to see Mel another time here. So let's do this. There's Mel. Of the refrain, thank you for your comment. He says he follows what you're saying 100%. We appreciate this hopefully being a positive experience for you, but now you get to watch this on the way out. We're going to be ending this show, but as I told Mel, anytime you do 3 episodes with me, the 3rd episode is where I get to, well, surprise you. Mel, here's your surprise. I'm going to put something on the screen, so feel free. She's already putting her head down. Now I want to make sure everybody catches her answers comfortably. So I'm gonna toss this out to Mel. Now, Mel, as you go to answer after I put this up on the screen, remember your microphone is so good that it catches every breath of air. So feel free to take your time and give your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4 different things you will see on the screen all at once. Feel free to tackle. 1, 2, 3 different things you will be able to tackle when I put this up on the screen. Everybody waiting.
We're waiting.
Okay, here we go. It's going to go up on the screen. One starts with an F, one starts with an L, and one starts with, I don't know what that is. Yeah, F, H, and L. Okay, I know. Just come on, Paxton, put it up on the screen. All right, here we go.
Faith, hope, and love.
All right, now, here is the question. Mel, in your own experience of life, what does faith mean to you?
Oh.
And no, everybody, I'm not turning it into a religious show. There will be no plate being passed. We don't do that here. But go right ahead. What does faith mean to you?
Word faith. It's hard for me not to make that a religious comment or a spiritual one.
You can make it a biblical one. You do whatever you want. Just go ahead and make your comment. I just was telling people that so they don't think that we're trying to pound something down their throat. But please, what does that word mean to you?
Faith is an amazing thing that allows you to believe in something that is unseen and being able to have faith in your next right step. But also for me, okay, thanks, baby. Sorry, I got my little girl in here.
Yay.
Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Want to head on out for 1 second? Thanks. So I like to have faith in my partnership with God and knowing that He will always lead and guide me. And that's one of the biggest things for me. When I travel into the dark, when I am taking those next uncertain steps, it is my faith in knowing that what I'm doing is my right step and knowing that I'm making the right choices for me and trusting in the Lord to always guide me and have my back, even when we go through troubled waters together. Even those troubled waters have taught me something. And even when I'm questioning why and I'm hating it and it's ugly and it hurts, I always know that there's purpose in that. And there is meaning and purpose in all of our lives. And just being able to have faith that you can be led and guided to whatever it is that is right for you is so, so empowering. But also faith, I think, has an element of self-confidence too, knowing that even if things go awry, even if things are uncomfortable, having that self-confidence to know that you can handle it, you're still here, you're still alive, you're still kicking, and there's still another day to be able to tackle whatever it is that's coming your way next, you can handle it. So faith is a lot about self-confidence too.
When it comes to the word hope, briefly let us know. Feel free to take a swig. Everybody can't see you there, sorry. So I'll just keep the question. I'll make it longer. So when it comes to the word hope, HOPE, what does that word mean to you?
Oh, hope is so necessary for any of your goals to be realized. I really hope that I can obtain whatever it is. If you don't have hope, then why are you even starting? Why even try? Why get out? Why get out there? If you're hopeless, please come talk to me. We need a chat. But
Well, the door is open now, everybody. If you need a hope booster, or a faith finder, feel free to reach out to Coach Mel at Life Coach Mel on Instagram as well as on YouTube. When it comes to the word love, LOVE, I know everybody knows how to spell it. I'm just buying her some time to think of an answer. LOVE, surprise her with this at the end of the show here. When it comes to that word, what do you think that word means? You didn't see this coming. What do you think that word means to your children? LOVE.
oh wow. I did not see that one. I was going to tell you what it means to me.
I know. It ain't all about you, girl. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing.
Why?
Why? It should be. You crazy girl. All right. So, my friend, what does that word, LOVE, in your opinion, what do you believe that word means to your 5 children?
I think it means something different to each of my kids, but I think it means that they are seen and that they are heard and that they are valued. All the other terms that you could use besides actual love.
That they're seen, heard, and valued, correct? That they're seen, heard, and valued is what you just said. What else were you going to say?
I was just going to use the word cherished. I really try and cherish each one of them in their own individual ways. And I think that's the way that you really need to approach life. You can't go about life with the perspective of fear. When you're stemming from love, that energy resonates into service and how can I help and how can I see you in a different way and how can we work on this? And that's how I try and live life with my clients and the people that I meet. I just want people to know that they are loved, either by me or people that they associate with, or, of course, because I'm spiritual and religious, by God. I think it's so important for everybody to know that they are loved.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Did not see it coming that we were going to go down this road, and I appreciate you being so kind to endure this moment in time. Okay, so here we go, everybody. Just a reminder, get your inspirational gear. Just start from Mel. Feel free to do that. And Mel, by the way, because we're just going to plug it one more time, bam.
Boom, bam, baby.
Oh, my Lord. You're just too funny. You're just too funny. All right, everybody. I'm going to first show back, and I'm losing my voice. What's going on here? All right, we're goofing off here, everybody, because we can. On Open Session Podcast, Of the Refrain has enjoyed himself being here with us, gave us some really good information himself. We've had a good time here being with everybody. Thank you so much. Anything else on your mind?
Oh, wow.
Anything else? It's your last chance. This is show number 3. Once we get this one out of the way, it's all downhill from here. I torture you after this one. Number 4, 5, 6, 7. So anything you want to say?
The one thing that I want to say, and I want to leave everybody with, is this. You have an amazing power to create whatever life that you want. and it will change. It can change in the power of one moment, by one thought. You can create something different for yourself. Don't believe the lies that your mind is telling you, and don't believe the old stories that exist. You have the power to create an amazing life for yourself. So I just want you to go out and create something amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Of the refrain says, thank you both. Thank you, my friend, for being here like a shot of vitamin. Ooh, good for the soul. Man, that's good. Man, he should
Thank
get into
you.
marketing.
Of the refrain, I'm so glad you were here.
Yeah. You got a fan of the refrain. You got a fan. You made Mel a fan. Mel, everybody, we love you guys a lot. Hey, I do this. Let's do this. Hold on a second, everybody. I'm gonna do this for everybody. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that because this is a high-tech, low-budget show on purpose. I'm gonna play some music on the way out. How's that? Does that sound good?
Okay.
And then Mel, I'm gonna torture you when we're done, right? We're gonna
Yes.
talk to each other.
More
Okay, just want to
torture.
double check. All
I
right,
don't back
so
down. I don't back down.
all right. Oh man. Of the refrain, he put something else. What we got going on there? Let's see. Let's do that. Of the refrain says that. Okay, Mel, we're gonna wave.
Bye.
All right, all right. And I'm gonna go ahead and come over here, and we're gonna do that. I love doing this. I love just spur of the moment. Spur of the moment. We're doing this. We're gonna do this, and everybody, later.
Peace out.